Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now October 24th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2 and The Bad Batch, a lot of fans around the world have really been very curious about what both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have in store for the future of the Star Wars universe, and exactly what's at play here by Disney CEO Bob Chapek and what he really has up his sleeve. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow at Mike01. I do post a couple of fun and entertaining things on there from time to time. Now, we're in a very interesting scenario because now that we're getting closer to the official teaser for the Book of Boba Fett series, we're also going to be getting a lot of announcements on November 12th on Disney Plus Day, as well as, of course, everything at Star Wars Celebration for this upcoming May that's going to unveil brand new TV shows that will become a part of the new Star Wars universe. So, given that we have everything, related to what Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are ultimately trying to do, is that they are dragging in tons of legends. Now, we've talked about this before in the past, that Legends is going to be mixed in with the new, so it's going to be accurate, but it's going to be a little bit different in comparison to how it was perceived from, of course, the books and the novels and the comics back in the 1990s and the early 2000s. So, what's really all the more exciting has everything to do with George Lucas and exactly what he's actually preparing to do, and what he's actually going to announce for the new universe for, of course, all the fans around the world. We already know that Disney's major plan is to kind of bring back the lost fans, the fans that walked away from the sequel trilogy. Ever since the very end of Episode 9, we have seen a handful of fans just walk away from the franchise and say, never again. Those are the very fans that Disney wants to re-attract, right? They want to bring them back and create them to become avid watchers of Star Wars. They really want to do that. So, with that being said, of course, what's really exciting has everything to do with what Bob Chapek and George Lucas have planned. So, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on unveiling a series of new TV shows at Star Wars Celebration for this May, Disney CEO Bob Chapek has been working around the clock with both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni in order to regulate the Star Wars franchise moving ahead. However, Chapek is said to be putting together a massive plan for how Disney is going to market the Star Wars brand in the coming months in order to bring things up to speed. One of the big plans has everything to do with creator George Lucas that is set to make a significant announcement for the new Star Wars universe. Both Chapek and Lucas had already discussed how this is all going to happen, and that Lucas is set to unveil a very special TV series for Disney Plus that will truly take fans by surprise. Now, it's described that Lucas is preparing to announce a live-action Star Wars The Clone Wars TV series that is set to involve actor Hayden Christensen to return as Anakin Skywalker during his days as a Jedi and being alive. The plan for the live-action Clone Wars series is set to use some of the de-aging technology for Christensen that will be used consistently across the entire series, given that it will be cost-effective as they won't be making Hayden appear significantly younger, unlike with other actors in their 60s and 70s. Now, it's noted that the series is currently dubbed simply as The Clone Wars Revelations, which, by the way, is said to be the code name, not the official name of the series, that is set to dive into different and unexplained and unexplored segments of the Clone Wars era between Anakin, Obi-Wan, and even new surprise villains and familiar faces that are set to be inserted into the show. Now, it's described that Bo-Katan, Ezra Bridger, and Thrawn was actually used in the new universe by Disney to see how fans react to animated characters coming into the form of live action. However, they will now be doing this for the Clone Wars TV series. George Lucas is set to unveil the entire cast at Star Wars Celebration and exactly who will be involved in the project. Ewan McGregor is also described to be attached to the show and will also be getting the de-aging treatment in the series. Both Anakin and Obi-Wan won't be the only focus of the show, but however, brand new characters as well that will actually return with Darth Maul in a new and surprising way for the fans to witness. The series is set to be 6 long episodes lasting 1 full hour each, and will receive a very high budget in order to make it a movie-like series. Both Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are said to be heavily attached to the show, with Dave Filoni joining as one of the writers as selected by George Lucas. Lucas is also set to make this announcement with Hayden Christensen joining the stage, with him by his side, where Hayden himself is also going to make some major announcements. The series is aimed to drop sometime in 2024, with shooting already planned to begin in mid-2023, right around when the Ahsoka Tano series is set to release on Disney+. So let's stop right here for 1 second, because I think that there's something that a lot of fans absolutely need to know. We can see that Disney was pre-planning this from the very beginning, kind of creating these baby steps, if you will, right? Now, the baby steps were seen in Mando Season 2, the introduction of beloved animated characters coming into the form of live action. We're talking about characters like Ahsoka, Bo-Katan, and others out there, right? Now they're doing that, of course, with the Ahsoka series, with Ezra and Thrawn coming into the form of live action. That was basically their testing the waters of how the fans react to characters that were animated coming into live action, and so far, so good, right? So that's exactly why they are now approaching the Clone Wars, is because they want to explore the live action version of both Anakin and Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars era, as well as brand new characters that's going to support those characters. Now, I, for one, think that this is a big step in the right direction. This is actually the greatest thing that you can do to attract many of the casual fans to become all the more familiar with the Clone Wars itself. That is Disney's, plan right now. They want to make the Clone Wars a very well-known era to the casual fans. Not a lot of Star Wars fans that are casual watch the animated material, only the live-action movies and such. So that's exactly what Disney wants to change. This is basically going to be their way of boosting the familiarity of the Clone Wars and kind of getting every single fan that supports Star Wars to know exactly what that era really is and exactly what characters were attached to it. Now, myself, I know a lot of hardcore and casual fans, and a lot of the casual fans have never seen the animated series, let alone, Star Wars Rebels or the Clone Wars, right? Or the Bad Batch. They stick strictly to the movies and the movies only, or the live-action TV shows. So, like I say, I think that this is a great move, the fact that George Lucas is going to be the one making these major announcements at Star Wars Celebration for this upcoming May. May is going to be a big deal because it's not just about the TV shows. They will also be talking more about the future movies and the new Star Wars lore, like the books, the novels, and the comics and whatnot. I think that they're really trying to get on their A-game. They're really trying to create this consistency of very exciting announcements. I mean, we just got that full confirmation just, a day or two ago, of Hayden, yes, finally being involved in the Ahsoka Tano series. As we have been talking about that for a couple of months now, it is finally confirmed, it is happening, and it's moving forward. We also talked about that third project that Hayden was going to be involved in, and that is indeed going to be the live-action Clone Wars series that will be announced at, of course, Star Wars Celebration. So, Celebration, guys, 2022, it's going to be a big deal. It's probably going to be the biggest Celebration event in history. So keep your calendars marked for that actual time frame, because it's really going to take a lot of fans by surprise, without a doubt. So overall, I think that Hayden is living his best life right now. The fact that he is getting all these new projects, he is being able to redeem himself as an actor. I kind of do respect that by Disney and Lucasfilm at the least. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know about all this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon.